Ребята, всем привет! Скажите, пожалуйста, видно меня или нет, потому что я, честно говоря, не понимаю, работает все или нет. Очень-очень рада вас всех видеть. Я прошу прощения за то, что у нас такие возникли технические проблемы. Ну, как всегда, в самый необходимый момент все всегда летит, всегда все закрывается, но мы сейчас с вами разберемся. Да, белый фон, знаю, вижу, сейчас мы решим эту проблемку. Сейчас, 2 секунды. Пока мы решаем, скажите, пожалуйста, меня хотя бы слышно, видно? Расскажите, как у вас настроение, как ваши дела? Все супер, отлично. Вижу, что все супер. Очень-очень рада. Настроение отлично, супер. У меня тоже настроение отлично, если бы не проблемы всякие с техникой. А так все супер. Так, ребята, хорошо, скажите, пожалуйста, мне очень интересно, с кем из вас мы знакомы? Кто видит меня в первый раз? Расскажите. Так, сейчас у нас вроде как что-то появляется, это очень хорошо. Так, сейчас. Первый раз на вебе, супер. Отлично, слегка знакомы, да-да-да. С некоторыми слегка знакомы, отлично. Ребят, ну, я думаю, что многие из вас, которые находятся здесь, в основном у вас, конечно, есть желание получить уровень C1. Скажите, до этого проходили какие-то курсы, учились где-то? Расскажите. Как у кого настроение? Да-да-да, я пытаюсь, ребят, я пытаюсь. Я пытаюсь все сделать нормально. Так, скажите. Маркс, супер, отлично. Но сегодня мы с вами поговорим очень-очень много о том, как же достигнуть нам с вами уровня C1, да, как же нам вот этот плато с intermediate, upper intermediate перейти на уровень advanced, да, и как нам, в принципе, побороть эту неизвестность, как нам в эту бездну C1 прыгнуть наконец-то. А пока мы ждем, что все загрузится, давайте я немножечко расскажу вам о себе. Как вы уже знаете, меня зовут Алиса, и я буду преподавателем курса C1. Давайте пока немножечко поговорим на английском, да. I will tell you a little bit about myself. So, as I've said, my name is Alisa, or you can call me Alice, and I am 19 years old, and I've been learning English since I was 5 years old. Can you imagine that? Yeah, my parents made me learn English when I was a small child, when I didn't even go to school, and that's how my journey with learning English started. What about you guys? Since what age have you been learning English? Please let me know in the chat. It would be very interesting for me to know. And what do you think about people learning English from the early age of 5 years old or even younger? What do you think about it? 13, okay, 13, 14, 8, since 5 years too. Okay, great, amazing. Yeah, so I've been learning English since... I've been learning English for, I think, around 14 years now, which is crazy for me, right? And I was born in Krasnodar, the capital of the Krasnodar region, and as people from here like to say, если есть на свете рай, это Краснодарский край, so that's about me. I'm a girl from the south. 5 years old, you're continuing, okay, 5, 8, great, amazing. Yeah, so... that's the same for me, and I used to study English in school. I didn't have any tutors, I didn't have any friends or people I could talk to in English, so I had to learn with Russian teachers, Russian books, and that's how I've been learning English until the magical moment that I went to London for the whole summer. My parents told me that it's a good way to study English. Oh, guys, can you see it? The presentation is starting to work, I think. Yeah, so, yeah, I think it's kind of working. I've been learning English for 19 years, as I've said. I've been learning English in different language schools around the world, in England, in European countries like Belgium, Switzerland, etc. Right? So I would like to finally show you the slides if they work. So let's talk about the plan of our webinar. I am so happy that the presentation is finally working. So as you can see, today we are going to meet each other. We've already started meeting each other. Then we are going to talk about how we can achieve the C1 level, and we are going to learn 5 different tips how to do it. Okay? And I will also tell you a little bit about a special course. And guys, before we start talking about these wonderful life hacks, I would like to tell you that in the end of this video you are going to get a bonus. So please stay till the end and you're going to find one more bonus life hack which is going to help you in reaching the C1 level. Okay, and as always, if you post a photo or a video of our webinar and post it on your Instagram account, you will get a little surprise from Mark's team. So share your emotions with me, with our school, and you will get a little pleasant surprise. Okay, so as I was saying, a story about me. So here is a slide with my life, with my journey of English. And as you can see here, this is me when I was 5 years old. That's how I looked when I started learning English. And here I will show you a slide which shows the process of learning English for me, how I learned English. I had a very strict teacher, and even though I am really pleased and I am really happy that something is happening with the presentation once again. Yeah, so she was very strict, but I am very pleased that my parents made me start learning English. Yeah, as you can see here, I cried every lesson, I begged for help, but nobody really helped me. Yeah, and as I've already said, everything changed. I've been learning English like that for a very long time, but when I turned 13, my parents decided to give me a great opportunity to study in England. And I went to England for the whole summer. I studied English there, and my level at that time was approximately B1. I was just starting to get B2, and I was kind of in this strange situation where I couldn't understand what people were saying to me in the street. I couldn't understand what other people were talking about, but still I thought that getting the C1 level was almost impossible. And after that, I returned back home and I started learning English like crazy. I started reading all the books in English. I started watching films, movies, TV series, listening to music only in English. And then I started participating in Olympiads. And as you can see here, I've participated in more than 10 Olympiads in my school life. And I won a couple of them. And it was just a great time. I'm really, really pleased that I took part in these Olympiads. Then I finished school and I decided that it's time for me to get some education abroad. So I went to Oxford. I studied at the Oxford University, at the Oxford University language program. I've graduated it, and now I know all the secrets to getting the C1 and C2 levels. At that time, I've also passed my IELTS exam with an 8 band, 8 out of 9, which is actually the equivalent for the level of C1. Then I returned back home to my home city and I decided that I really want to get a good education. I want to become a teacher, so I started to study the Romano-Germanic philology, and I'm still a student. And I would like to say that learning English and knowing English opened up many, many doors for me. First of all, I won some free trips to Switzerland, to Belgium, only because I knew English. So I won different grants, I took part in different Olympiads and competitions. I've also won different trips and different grants to study in language schools all around the world. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. So here's one more slide about me, and I would like to tell you why I became the teacher of the C1 course, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about a little later. It's all because I really know the struggle of how difficult it is to get from the B1, B2 level, this huge, giant step. I have just bought that book, great, it's a great book. And I know how to make this giant, difficult, but very important step to get from B1 or B2 to the C1, the advanced level. Okay, guys, but what do you think generally about levels? So here we see a slide of different levels. As you know, we can start from A1, we can get to C1 or even C2, which is actually a like proficiency level, yeah, of English. What do you think? What is your level? What is your thoughts about? What are your thoughts about it? What do you think is your level? What are your thoughts? A1, A2, maybe something a little bit more profound. B1. What do you think? Okay, B2. Yeah, I guess that there will be a lot of people from the B2 level, because obviously after the level of B2 goes the C1 level. B1, C1, okay, amazing. Not C1? B2, great, yeah. So that's what I thought would happen, that I am so glad that all of you guys have come to this webinar, and I really hope that it will help you to get the C1 level. Yeah, so what do you think is the main difference between the levels B2 and C1? What do you think? What is the major difference? So as you can see here on the slide, yeah, B1, B2. I can understand simple texts on familiar topics. Yeah, I can watch videos. I can express my ideas clearly. So the main difference here, that when you are on the B2 level, B1, B2 level, you can speak, but only on familiar topics, yeah? But when you get the C1 level, then you are going to be able to talk about anything that comes to your mind. You will talk about different educational topics, yeah? Some maybe medicine, journalism, whatever, yeah? That is the difference between B1 and B2. So today, as I've said already multiple times, we are going to talk about how to step from the B2 level to the C1 and how to get it. So I am sure that most of you here want to get the C1 level, am I right? And if you get the C1 level, then you will be able to talk, as I've said, fluently, like if you were born in England or America, yeah, just like this woman.
Смотря какой фабрик, смотря откуда приходит фабрик, смотря сколько details в этом пиджаке. Может, прайс от 225, самый дорогой 380. Так оно очень affordable.
Yeah, очень affordable. That's how you are going to speak after you get the C1 level. It's not the best way to speak, of course, but at least you can see that she knows English perfectly. Yeah, she uses it at any possible time, right? So yeah, that's the difference between B2 and C1. And you know, most people think that getting the C1 level is almost impossible. C3 level, yeah, the woman, she really has C3 level. Most people think that getting the C1 level is almost impossible, and they really are afraid of getting the advanced level. It seems like something unreachable, yeah, it seems like something impossible. And the first life hack that we're going to talk about is facing the fear, yeah? Guys, it's really important to face the fear. You have to realize that C1 is just a logical step, yeah, just logical step you can make from the B2 level. It is completely natural and it is not scary, I can promise you. So yeah, that's how people think it is, when actually this C1 level is just like a cute kitten, which you can hold and you can get it quite easily. Yeah, so facing the fear. How can we do it? How can we face this fear? And how can we finally understand that it is approachable and it is quite easy to get, actually. We have to overcome this fear. We have to think about it, not like it is something big and, as I've said, yeah, unapproachable. we have to think about it as just a new step of learning English. Yeah, don't think about it as like something huge and scary. We have to set realistic goals. Yeah, of course, don't think that it is going to be easy, that it's going to happen in 1 second like that. Of course it's not. But if we set realistic goals, for example, I would like to get the C1 level in maybe like 6 months, yeah, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, or I would like to speak fluently, or I would like to improve my pronunciation, or I would like to talk with people, yeah, just like as if I'm from England or something like that. We have to set a realistic goal, and then we will be able to reach it. And of course we have to set some timelines, yeah, maybe give ourselves a deadline. For example, it could be I would like to get the C1 level before I graduate school, or before I graduate university, or before my trip to Canada in 2 years. You know, you have to understand why you are doing it, what is your goal, and when you want to reach it. Yeah, so that is the first life hack, which is very important, and please remember that in the future. Yeah, it's not scary, it is completely possible. The second life hack that I would like to talk about is, if you want to get the C1 level, we have to learn real English. And by real, I mean English that is spoken in normal life, yeah? Not the English that is written in Russian books, for example, in this wonderful book by Golitsky, who I really admire and I really respect, yeah? He is a wonderful man and I really like his works, but you know, if you want to get the C1 level, if you want to, yes, a lot of people know that, a lot of people know that book, but if you want to get the C1 level, if you want to speak freely, if you want to speak fluently, you have to learn English from other sources. So that could be watching YouTube, watching interviews. By the way, guys, who can you tell me, who can we see in this photo? Who is that wonderful man? There actually are 2 wonderful men in these photos. What do you see? Who is that? So there is an interviewer and a person who is being interviewed. Who is that? Let me know in the chat. I would like to hear your ideas. Trump, yes, that is Trump. So Trump is being interviewed, which is a language phrases, topics, grammatical structures. You will find millions of interesting things for you. Yeah, so learn real English, not the ones that we see in books, especially in Russian books. And that brings us to our next life hack, which is going to be one of the most important life hacks in my opinion, learning advanced vocabulary. Yeah, so when you are when you want to get the C1 level, you have to use advanced vocabulary. And here are some questions for you guys. What do you think? How can you learn new words? Where can you find them? I will give you a second to write your answers in the chat. Please write everything that comes to your mind. Yeah, maybe some sources where we can get these new words from. Serials, yeah, why not? TV series, yes, TV series. Articles, amazing, yeah. Vocabulary is really hard. Well, of course, yes, it is hard, but it's Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Please let me know. Yes, finally, great. I am back. Yeah, I was saying, I guess you didn't hear me when I was talking to myself, that it's very difficult for me to deal with technical problems because my brain is only made for English. English language is not technologies. Okay, amazing. So only 9 people. Oh, I really want others to come back. Oh, guys, please come back. Okay, yeah, but as I was saying, guys, have you ever heard about the TED Talks? Have you ever heard about it? Write a plus in the chat if you've ever heard about it. If you watched maybe a clip, a video from TED, yeah, okay, great. Yes, of course. I think a lot of people who are interested in the English language, they know about the source, they watch it quite a lot. So I would like to show us a little short clip, 30-second clip. Yeah, so they will be very fast, but I'm going to show it to you just for you to think about what new words you are going to hear. So now, while watching this video, please think about what new words you are hearing, okay? So let's watch that.
Lie spotters aren't those nitpicky kids, those kids in the back of the room that are shouting, "Gotcha, gotcha, your eyebrow twitched, you flared your nostril, I watched that TV show, lie to me, I know you're lying." No. Lie spotters are armed with scientific knowledge of how to spot deception. They use it to get to the truth. And they do what mature leaders do every day. They have difficult conversations with difficult people, sometimes during very difficult times. And they start up that path by accepting a core proposition. And that proposition is the following: lying is a cooperative act.
Okay, guys, so what new words have you heard? Have you noticed any words that you didn't know before? I'm sure that there are quite a lot of advanced vocabulary that not a lot of you well, I mean not a lot of you, but some of you may know, of course, but the majority of people who are trying to get the C1 level, they really are unfamiliar with these words. Yeah, for example, when I used to watch TED Talks when I was 14, 15 years old, I couldn't understand the words that they were saying. Yeah, so let's look at this slide. As you can see here, these are the words that are kind of unusual, yeah, kind of strange and difficult to understand, yeah. Sometimes the words can be easy, yeah, it depends on the video you're watching, but if you're watching something more academic, like this video here, you can come up with these words, for example, yeah, I've come up with these words, unusual words from this video. Maybe you want to come up with some other words, yeah? So for example, nitpicky, twitch, flare, deception, core, preposition, cooperative, yeah? These are kind of unusual words, and I'm not going to translate them for you. I would like you to watch this video yourself. It is called, once again, I will show you how to spot a liar. Yeah, so after our video or after our webinar, please Google this video, how to spot a liar, watch it, write down all of the new words that you hear, translate them, and you will be able to learn some new words, and you will find the translation of the words that I've showed you here. Yeah, so once again, yeah, let's repeat. What are the different ways we can learn words? Where can we get them? YouTube, articles, books, talking to native people, yeah, talking to native speakers, sorry, not native people, yeah. So talking to other people, not only native speakers, yeah, but just people who know English. It can be your friend or it can be your teacher of English, why not? Yeah, so try to find these advanced words, these advanced vocabulary. Now, let's come a little bit closer to our next step. And our next step, our next life hack is going to be getting rid of mistakes. So I'm sure that everyone here, everyone that is watching, every single person has some problems. Yeah, in English, in some other language, I have my problems too. Yeah, everyone has them, if you're not a native speaker, of course. Some people have problems with articles, some people have problems with tenses, etc. Please write in the chat what problems do you have. Maybe some weak spots, for example, as I've said, yeah, articles, or maybe some present perfect, past perfect, you know, vocabulary words, yeah, something like that. Vocabulary, okay, so Vladimir writes here vocabulary, yeah. Knowing a lot of words can be very difficult because, of course, vocabulary is something that you have to work on every day. Yeah, you can't stop. You have to learn words every day, at least every couple of days. Yeah. Problems with mix of tenses. Yeah, tenses, of course. Writing, phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs, a good point. Phrasal verbs is something a lot of people struggle with. Forgetting vocabulary. Yeah. Of course, it's important not only to learn the vocabulary, yeah, to find it, but it's also important to memorize it. Gerund and participle. Participle, great. Advanced grammar. I really hate perfect tenses. Yeah. So as you can see here, guys, you have to understand that you are not alone. Everyone has their own problems. I have my problems. When I used to study English when I was a little bit younger, like 13, 14, I had a major problem with tenses. I couldn't talk normally. I just made mistakes in every sentence. And people around me would tell me, well, Alisa, you know a lot of words, but you don't know the grammar. Like, you have to start learning the grammar. So I did. Yeah, so you have to identify your strong and your weak sides. It's very important for you to understand what you're good at, what you're bad at, yeah? And it's sometimes difficult to identify them yourselves. So maybe it would be good that if someone, maybe a teacher or a friend, someone who knows English on a high level, it would be great if someone told you what problems you have, yeah? Someone would help you identify these problems and help you solve these problems, yeah? Work with your weak sides. Yeah, that's what we can do on our course that I've already promised to tell you about a little bit later. So we are going to try to think positively, but also we are going to try working on something that we're not really good at. We have to get rid of these repetitive errors, yeah? For example, if you have problems with present simple, some people have it, yeah? It's not funny, some people do have problems with present simple. I had it too. When I started learning English, we use present simple all the time. Yeah, so if you are making mistakes in every sentence, you can guess that it is not the best. So, getting rid of these mistakes, identifying them and cutting them, killing them, killing these mistakes, and starting to speak fluently without any mistakes. Okay, great. So this is also very important. And now we are going to talk about our next tip, which is thinking in English. That is, my friends, is not easy. I'm going to tell you that, but it is so important. It's such an important skill to have in your life. You can't even imagine. It will help you so much. Thinking in English. What does that mean? What do you think? What does that mean? To think in English. Let me know your guesses. What do you think what does that mean? Thinking in English. Let me know. So thinking in English is a skill which will help you go from here to there. It will help you just rocket to your C1 level. Boost your speaking, not to translate words in your head. Yes, completely correct. Vladimir, well done. Not translating words in your head. When you are speaking English, yeah, most people whose level is a little bit lower than C1, so it can be B1, B2. Some people, before they talk, before they say something, they are thinking what they want to say, but they do it in Russian. So, for example, так, хочу сказать, что там мне вот завтра нужно в школу, а вот у меня, допустим, нет там чистой одежды, и что вот мне сделать, да, вот это вы думаете в своей голове, да, you are thinking it, you have your thoughts in Russian, and then you try to translate it in English, yeah, you want to say it in English, but you don't know some words, you don't know some verbs, you don't know adjectives you need, you forget them, and you come in this situation, you want to say something, and then you are just like, I don't know how to say that, and you make a lot of pauses, yeah, you stutter, you are not confident, you want to cry. Sometimes I want to cry when I forget a word. I'm like, oh my god, please, Alisa. So sometimes it happens, yeah, but if you are starting to think in English, if you think, oh, okay, I know this word, or I know this verb, I know this phrase, I'm going to work from here. I'm going to start with this phrase, and I'm going to build a sentence on this base. Yeah, that is how you want to do that. Yeah, so maybe try thinking to yourself. When you are going on about your day, when you're going to school, or when you're going to your university, or you are driving, yeah, try thinking in English. about anything. It can be about what you want to eat. Yeah, for example, oh my god, I would really like to eat a sweet bagel right now. Yeah, or maybe, oh, I love chicken, something like that, you know. So, or maybe you can say, oh my god, I hate my boss. She is so strict. She doesn't let me go home, or something like that. Yeah, start talking to yourself in English about anything. Yeah, about little things, big things, something easy, something difficult. Yeah, so it will really help you in practicing your speaking skills. Yeah, so please promise, guys, that each of you, after this webinar is over, you will try to think in English and talk to yourself. Yes, sometimes it may sound crazy, a little bit strange, but yeah, we can at least try. It won't hurt us. So maybe you can think about this webinar in English. Yeah, why not? Just try. Okay, so guys, these are a couple of very important life hacks that you can use to get the C1 level. But before we start talking about our bonus life hack, yeah, our bonus life hack that is going to be at the very end of the webinar, I would like to ask you, what do you think about the C1 level? My first question is, what do you think? How difficult it is to get the C1 level on a scale from 1 to 10? Yeah, write a number in the chat. From 1 to 10, how difficult it is to get the C1 level from where you are now. Okay, I will wait for your answers. 7. Okay. 8. 7. 7. 5. Great. Very positive. 7 or 8. 5. Okay. Yeah. So actually, number 7 and 8. It's a very common number here. So all of us think quite the same, yeah? Some of us think it's a little bit easier, like 5. Some of us think it's a little bit more difficult, 7 or 8. Depends on each person. Dmitry, thank you. Yes, it depends on each person. It depends on your individual skills, on how you can speak, how well you can understand the speech. Yeah, that is completely correct. Okay, and what do you think, how much time do you need to get the C1 level from where you are now? Maybe like 10 days, a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years. What do you think? The more I learn, the more I understand how many synonyms exist. Great. It's a very good point, Maria. Yes, synonyms, it's a vital part of language. Yeah, that's just like the video I watched. We can say good, or we can say brilliant, wonderful, amazing, show-stopping, etc. Yeah? Okay, 6 months, 1 month, 1 year, 3 months, 1 year. Difficult to say. Yes, that is right. You know, guys, what I would like to say to you all, it's a very difficult question, because as Dmitry already said to us, yeah, all of us have our different level. Some of us learn slower than others. Some of us are fast learners. Yeah, some of us know a lot of words. Some of us know maybe like a couple of them. Yeah, so that is the difference between different people, and that is completely correct. That no one can say how long it will take you to learn and how long it will take you to get the C1 level. Yeah. Okay. And do you guys want to know how to start getting the C1 level? Do you want to know? Do you want me to tell you? Write a plus in the chat if you want me to tell you how we can start learning the C1, how we can start getting the C1 language. Yes, okay, great, amazing, great. I'm so happy that all of you are so motivated. First of all, I didn't say it before, but I would like to say that, guys, all of you who are here, I am, and all of those people who are going to watch it, the recording of this webinar, I would like to say that, guys, I'm so proud of you, that you are so motivated, you want to go forward, you want to move forward, you want to get your level of English higher. That is just amazing. So, guys, I'm so proud of you. Okay, so shall we talk about how we can get it? Okay, so actually there are 3 ways. 3 ways how we can try to get this C1 level. Yeah, 3 ways. Let's look at these 3 ways. So here we have 3 ways that we can try to get the C1 level. The first one, leave everything as it is right now. Yeah, so you watch this webinar. It was maybe helpful, maybe not so helpful, depends on the person, right? You watch this webinar. Now, what do you do next? You just leave it as it is. Yeah, you watch the webinar, you think, oh, okay, I've learned something new. I'm going to maybe try to use these life hacks in my life. Maybe I won't, maybe I will, I am not sure. Yeah, leave everything as it is. The second way we can go, we can try to learn English ourselves and try to get the C1 level. Yeah, the C1 level. So how can we do it? We can, once again, use the life hacks. Read news articles, watch videos, etc. Yeah, we can try to learn it ourselves. But of course, we have to be ready that it is going to be quite hard. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be, sometimes it will be very depressing because you're going to feel a lack of motivation. Sometimes it will feel great. Depends on you, of course. Yeah, but we can try, right? So that is our second way. And our third way we can study and get the first step towards getting the C1 level. And it is going to be a special course, that's спецкурс. It's going to be a special course which is called Live English. Live English to the second part. Yeah, we've already had this course, Live English, quite a long time ago. Yeah, but maybe some of you already have already participated in this course. Yeah, so maybe you will now remember how fun it was, and you will think that you want to try it once again. Yes, so the Live English course, да? Это спецкурс. Давайте немножечко сейчас перейдем на русский, чтобы подробно все разобрать. Надеюсь, ребята, вам было все понятно. Надеюсь, вам было понятно то, что я говорю. Напишите в чатик быстренько. Понятно ли бы все было? Ага. Отлично, супер. Вижу, да, что кто-то понимает все, кто-то немножко что-то недопонимает. Супер, отлично. Я очень-очень рада. Да, то есть, ребят, давайте поговорим про наш спецкурс. Смотрите, спецкурс у нас с вами начнется уже 10 августа, да, и будет он с нами длиться, у нас с вами длится он 2 недели, да, то есть у нас с вами там будет вебинар последний 21-го, но последнее домашнее задание у вас закончится в конце второй недели, да. Давайте посмотрим на наше расписание, что же вы получите, если вы придете на наш курс, который я буду со всей душой вести и стараться вам помочь. Смотрите, будет у нас с вами 4 вебинара, да, какие мы темы разберем. Первая наша тема – friendship, dating, love, phrasal verbs, idioms, slang, да, то есть мы с вами поговорим о отношениях, как говорить об отношениях, как признаваться в любви на английском, как знакомиться, как дружить, что использовать в речи, да, какие можно использовать фразовые глаголы, какой есть сленг, да, как написать по смс-ке своему крашу, что он твой краш, да, и что он тебе нравится. Второй вебинар мы посвятим удовольствию и расслаблению. Поговорим о йоге, о медитации и даже о Netflix, да, и о всем том, что нам приносит удовольствие. Business and internship – это как раз-таки все internships, что как раз-таки очень-очень важно для бизнесменов, для будущих бизнесменов, для тех, кому это интересно, бизнес, политика, да. Бизнес, да, бизнес, entrepreneurship, поговорим про предпринимательство, да. Do you want to become a big boss? How we can do it, etc. И еще поговорим с вами про очень интересные темы, как закон, технологии. Представьте, что вы оказались в Англии и кто-то подал на вас в суд, что вы будете делать? Неизвестно, а вот придете на курс, узнаете. Да, мы разберем с вами очень-очень интересную лексику, правда. Могу вам пообещать, что вы реально будете пользоваться ей в своей жизни. Поэтому курс называется Live English, да, реальный английский для реальной жизни, который вам реально понадобится. Да, его буду вести я, Алиса. Смотрите. Давайте немножечко поподробнее поговорим про наш курс, да, про то вообще, что вас ждет на этом курсе. Так, секундочку, вернемся на прошлый слайд. Да, давайте поговорим про то, какие нас ждут задания, что вообще нас ждет на курсе. Значит, смотрите, сейчас, секундочку, разбираюсь с этими слайдами. Да, смотрите, что нас ждет на курсе, уже нас спрашивали. На курсе вас ждет 4 вебинара. 4 вебинара, которые мы будем вести примерно в таком же, да, в такой же обстановке, с такими же прекрасными, чудесными слайдами, картинками, видео, разбором текста. 4 вебинара. 4 полноценных домашних задания, комплексные домашние задания. То есть вы не только будете, да, там, допустим, читать какой-то текст, но вы будете практиковать устную речь, практиковать речь с другими людьми, да, пока мы не раскрываем все секреты, все сюрпризы, да, будете учиться разговаривать, будете учить очень много новых слов, будете смотреть видео, будете смотреть кусочки сериалов, будете, в общем, учить все, что только нужно для того, чтобы начать вот этот уровень C1, да, чтобы стартануть, как говорится, на этот уровень. Да, давайте посмотрим, да, вот смотрите, open вебинар, который у нас сейчас с вами, да. На нем мы с вами, конечно, разобрали все советы и то, как, да, какие нам можно предпринять шаги, чтобы дойти до этого уровня, но это только советы, да, вся настоящая практика, вся настоящая жизнь, весь живой английский у нас будет на курсе, где мы будем разбирать и лексику, и грамматику, и будем заниматься письмом, будем учиться писать небольшие эссешки, небольшие классные задания, аудирование, практика, что самое главное, ребят, практика, живая практика языка. Да, смотрите, то есть вот что вы, в принципе, можете получить на этом курсе, да, смотрите, как записаться на наш курс, как на него записаться. Пишем сообщение Live English в личные сообщения языковой группы или группы Маркс Языки, да. Напишите обязательно именно вот эту фразу Live English, и сразу вам ответят наши прекрасные менеджеры и скажут вам, как попасть на этот прекрасный курс. Ребят, кстати, такой небольшой, это как второй бонус, мини-бонус. Все те, кто сейчас присутствует на вебинаре, да, могут получить скидку на наш курс, да, как ранние пташки. То есть, если вы запишетесь на курс сегодня или завтра, до 6 августа, вы получите скидку в 500 рублей. То есть, сам курс по себе стоит 1500 рублей, ранним пташкам скидка 500 рублей за 1000 рублей, да? То есть, 1000 рублей за двухнедельный классный объемный курс с разными домашними заданиями, с личным наставником, который будет проверять все ваши домашние задания, будет давать вам фидбэк, будет вам помогать и оставаться с вами на связи 24/7, да, то есть домашние задания, наставник, вебинары, суперские задания и очень-очень много новой лексики, да, а теперь давайте перейдем к нашему бонусу, да, вы готовы, как вы думаете, барабанная дробь, что же у нас будет за бонус, что же за 4-й такой лайфхак, который нам поможет сделать этот первый шажочек, да, к C1. И это у нас с вами idioms. Что такое idioms, ребят? Что такое idioms, как думаете? Что такое idioms? Какие, может быть, вы знаете idioms? Как думаете, что это такое? Ага, да, супер. Ага. Идиомчики, да, супер, правильно, как слышите, так и переводится. Idioms — это идиомы, и по-русски мы их еще называем с вами фразеологизмы, да, устойчивое выражение, да, абсолютно верно. То есть это то, что у нас вообще-то в русском языке тоже очень часто используется, да, ну, я лично очень их часто использую, да, потом, блин, комом, ну, всякие другие, а я вообще с Кубани, я вообще люблю им пользоваться, да, поэтому идиомы, ребят, idioms, казалось бы, да, что это такое необычное. В школе нас обычно таким прям классным новым идиомам не учат, да, на, как бы, в обычной речи мы их редко слышим, в учебниках их почему-то не прописывают. Bob's your uncle, супер, отлично, видите, кто тоже знает какие-то идиомы. Да-да-да, именно, это фразеологизмы, которые на самом деле очень часто используются. И когда вы переходите на уровень C1, вы вдруг осознаете, как важно это, да, знать идиомы и ими пользоваться. Казалось бы, да, что такое идиомы? Какие-то ненужные фразы, но на самом деле в живой речи, да, про которую мы с вами сегодня уже не раз говорили, про эту живую речь, мы с вами будем очень часто слышать идиомы, да. Давайте сейчас я вам продемонстрирую вариант, разберем одну очень классную идиому, одну из моих самых любимых, которая переводится, точнее, как переводится, которая как звучит как piece of cake. да? Пока мы будем смотреть видео, ребят, напишите в чат, как вы думаете, как оно переводится, да? Поехали. Сейчас вы увидите кусочки из различных фильмов, сериалов, где эта идиома употребляется, да? Внимательно слушаем, пытаемся понять, что же она означает.
You make the pickup.
Piece of cake.
I'm not breaking in anywhere.
Not anywhere, Stu. My house. It's a piece of cake.
Okay, we detach this and we go home. Piece of cake.
Okay. So, 3 films. By the way, what are the names of the films? Have you recognized any of them? Да, проще простого, легче легкого, но это прям вообще очень-очень легко. A piece of cake, да? Что-то вам, допустим, попросили вас сделать, да? Can you do my homework? Piece of cake. Конечно, легче легкого, проще простого. Абсолютно верно. Ребят, вы такие молодцы. Да, piece of cake, идиома, которая на самом деле встречается очень часто. И таких идиом, ребят, ну очень много. И мы на курсе с вами будем также разбирать идиомы и фразовые глаголы, и все нужные фразы, которые вам реально будут встречаться в жизни. И потом обратите внимание, как вы вокруг себя начнете слышать эти фразы в реальной жизни и будете думать, блин, реально, вот же они, да, а я их раньше не замечал. Да, то есть смотрите, вот piece of cake, казалось бы, да, что-то связано с тортиком, с десертиком, с вкусненьким пироженкой, а на самом деле совсем другое означает, да. То есть идиомы, ребят, учите идиомы, фразеологизмы, несмотря на то, что это кажется ненужным, это правда очень-очень важно. Поэтому обязательно можете прям в интернете, да, самые распространенные идиомы и прям по порядочку их учим. Либо, как мы уже говорили, с вами смотрим сериалы, читаем новостные всякие статьи, и оттуда тоже берем эти идиомы, да? Хорошо, ребят, на этом с вами мы подходим потихонечку к концу, да, к сожалению, мы не можем, да, я не могу вам поделиться всем, что я знаю за этот час, но я буду очень-очень сильно вас ждать на нашем курсе, на том курсе, где мы с вами, еще раз повторюсь, да, разберем самое нужное, то, с чего надо начать, та база, которая вам обязательно нужна, чтобы переступить вот эту вот пропасть от B2 к C1 и всем с гордостью говорить, у меня advanced. Это, ну просто, вы не представляете, такое шикарное чувство говорить, у меня C1, у меня advanced, и вы тоже сможете так говорить, поверьте мне. Поэтому, ребят, мы будем очень-очень сильно ждать ваших сообщений. Live English, личное сообщение из языковой группы и группы Маркс Языки. Я очень-очень была рада провести с вами этот вебинар, очень приятно с вами познакомиться, и я надеюсь, что вам понравилось. Напишите в чатик, какие у вас эмоции, вы настроены учить английский, хотите получить C1? Да, смотрите, ребят, конечно, это именно спецкурс, да, обратите внимание, это не мастер-группа, это спецкурс, который вам даст толчок, да, толчок к C1. А чтобы дальше, будет ли мастер-группа, будет ли что-то дальше, это вы узнаете чуть попозже, да, сейчас у нас такой именно спецкурс, быстрый интенсив, как сделать first step, да, можете увидеть, там прям написано на слайде make a first step towards getting the C1 language, да, а то, что будет дальше, это уже будет чуть-чуть дальше, да, но, ребята, обязательно важно помнить, что C1 это не страшно, и каждый из вас, каждый, кто здесь находится, сможет получить C1, да, главное в это верить, и главное идти к своей цели и не бояться. Повторим немножечко то, о чем я вас спросила в течение вебинара, да, ребят, смотрим видео How to spot a liar на TED, да, How to spot a liar, очень интересное видео, очень полезно для жизни, выписываем слова, узнаем, что такое все-таки вот эти все слова, что они означают, nitpicky, twitch, flare, deception, учим их, запоминаем и пробуем с собой разговаривать на английском языке, да, пробуем поговорить с самим собой о том, какой у вас был классный день и как вы ждете начала спецкурса, да, супер, отлично, ребят, тогда на этом мы с вами заканчиваем. Once again, I was so happy to spend this hour with you. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's very nice to meet all of you, and I can't wait to see you on the course, on the live English course. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Please let me know your emotions, your feelings about the webinar. I would be very happy to hear your feedback. Okay? Great, amazing. Then thank you so much, guys, and I hope that we will meet again. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day and do your homework. Bye bye bye.